Hello my dear Pisces, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between September 16 and September 30, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. So I used the Mary L Tarot with Mary White, and I have already shuffled and chosen your cards. I do a shorter 9-card mid-month reading for you this time, and I will come back with the longer 15-card beginning of the month reading, where I also use a smaller deck. I have used in the Legacy of the Divine up till now, but I am out scoping for the next deck. It's getting a little bit worn. So my dear Pisces, I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so my dearest, this is your past. It will be August or September, early September 2017. And here you have a 10 of discs. 10 of discs is a place of value. It might be a house you own, or the company that you work for, or your own company, or your family, or a very stable relationship, or a relationship where you feel very connected. But it's like it has been some kind of, it has become a burden to you in some way. Tens are fully grown situation, and they are about to, maybe you're about to grow out of this situation. Maybe it's time to move, change location, change job, change a family dynamic, or even move on from a certain relationship. We see here the Pegasus, black Pegasus with a white sheep or goat on their back. So it's like someone has the moral upper hand on you in some way, or acting like they do, and it kind of freaks you out. I think you need to listen to yourself more, be more like in tune with what you feel about this situation, instead of believing that the other one is right. The next card is the Strength card, and it's still someone's riding someone, but this is a girl sitting on a lion that doesn't seem freaked out at all. So I think this is still talking about that you really need to listen to your own strength and your own authority, joining forces with yourself instead of letting someone else ride on your strength. It might also be that you might have some connection to Leo. We will see. I'm just getting the big face of the Leo there got my attention. So the next card is a Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is you in some way being afraid of your own strength, not really knowing what to do with it. Look, this is me. Is this who I'm supposed to be? So I think this is about moral. I think there's some parts of you that you might be afraid of, that they are not good enough, that they are not, it's something that you might not have even hidden from yourself, but now it's becoming so obvious that you need to deal with it. Whatever it is that has come to surface, you need to deal with it. It might have to do with strength or lust, or like your desires or your creativity, what it is that you want to create, because here you have Leo and there you have Sagittarius. Well, this is fully grown earth. So it's very big. It's foundation. It's like almost like a relationship. I feel this might be one person and this might be the other, or this might be how you think you see the other person and how you see yourself. Like you see yourself that there's some kind of problem with you, that look at this, is this how it's supposed to be? I'm supposed to have this destructive force. I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid of my own destructive powers. This is like a wolf person because it has hands. Wolves doesn't usually have hands, and it's the same dark shape or of color, that shade of color that you can see in this horse. Horses are emotions, instincts, following your natural behavior. Werewolves, wearing wolf. It's an interesting word, werewolf. It's like wearing wolf, having a skin of the wolf. In Swedish, it's the same thing. It's it's like being wolf, but varulv. That's in Swedish. And our language are related. It comes from the old Nordic countries with old Nordic ways of seeing things. I think this was a very shamanistic way of like showing and accepting your own strength. To wear a skin of a wolf might have made you feel very, very powerful, and maybe many people dressed like wolves and went on a riot or or went out stealing things from another village, or went out hunting. So it was like a strength that was gained from someone else or from an outside force in some way. And I think that you are questioning yourself. Maybe when you are in a group mentality, maybe you change ways. Maybe there's something with you that you don't like. But anyways, you are supposed to be strong, and you are supposed to be yourself. You are supposed to follow your instinct, but you are also supposed to be honest and open with it. So this questioning is good. It's good, but not to the brink where you are doubting yourself or not loving yourself anymore. Because if you turn to not loving yourself, you're soon going to make this into a shadow. And when it's in a shadow, it's something that you do unaware of you doing it. Doing really stupid things when you are intoxicated with alcohol, or when you are like out of your normal environment, or you will flip in a second and become someone else. And that's because you don't love these parts of you. So you really need to like get in the light here, see what it is. It's something you have denied yourself, or something that you're afraid of, or some kind of need you have, or it's something that you do that you don't approve of, and you're still doing it. So it's usually a deeper thing with this. It's something you need to go deeper and find out. It's like having an addiction. If you have an addiction, it's not the addiction that's the problem. It's something that you try to cover up with the addiction that's the problem. So you really need to have a big flashlight into here and see what it is with yourself that you can't really accept and that you think is wrong with you. Self-doubt can be good in certain situations, to question one's own actions and to do better the next time. Yes, of course, but not dooming oneself so you can't see. It's becoming you are not seeing your own shadowy parts. You're pressing them away, and that's like a recipe for destruction, because this what you are pressing away and not communicating and not telling, it's going to come back and bite you in the behind. So okay, that was in the past, and it's some kind of valuable situation for you where you try to behave in a certain way that you think is moral, but you have some other side to you that kind of comes up, and it's something that you have tried to push away, and it comes up and it destroys your life in some way. Like in a flash of a second, everything is destroyed, and you are like, why? But why is because you haven't made friends with this entity, so it's roaming freely in your life because you have made it an outsider. You need to make it an insider, someone that you gives attention and listens to, and then they will be a part of you, and they will do things together with you, not do things without you knowing it, and then you will find out and it will wreck things. Okay, so self-love, important. And this is your now, the second part of September 2017, and we have a 9 of discs here, so we know that the 10 of discs can't come twice. So it's like something might have happened that threw like an important thing in your life on end, and it might have been your shadow causing this. We have the black horse and the white sheep here, and the black pillar and the white pillar, and the white moon and the black moon, and you have a little bit like of a troll feet here. So and the globe, and these one, they are like roaming above the globe, so they must have this kind of perspective, or at least see it from a little bit of altitude. So what I'm seeing here is again the same scenario. You have been, because of your own shadow that you were unaware of, you have been forced to sacrifice a situation that you actually wanted to have still in your life. But it might have been a conscious action from you as well, that you have done this out of your own strength, just decided that this situation, I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. I'm going to do my own thing. So this might be it as well, but this old situation is in question, or not there anymore, or you don't want it anymore, or it doesn't want you anymore, this situation. It's in question. It's a big question mark here. So we'll see in the middle. Yes, okay, we have the Temperance card. So you really need to integrate your shadow. This thing with you is actually an asset. It's not a bad thing. It will make you love yourself more and find out more about yourself that you didn't know before. The Temperance is like the angel and the devil meeting and emerging, fire and water, emerging, different sides of you emerging, making you whole, making you also super powerful. You really need to do some shadow work and see what it is with you that you don't like. Sometimes we can't see this at all, or we just think that I don't like this with that person. When you're irritated on a person, try to look what's their most prominent personal skill. For example, if you are very irritated with a person that always speaks out loud and laughs and things like this, it might be that you have a shadow inside of you that actually would like to speak out loud and laugh, but instead you have suffocated this entity and decide to be quiet and not to tell stupid things. So what will happen is that you are taking a drink or two or three maybe, and you are saying stupid things. So when you're irritated with things with other people, that's usually you finally seeing your shadow. So those people are bearing gifts to you. They are kind of keeping up a mirror like this. I hate that person. He's so lazy. He's never doing the stuff that they should do. So this might be you need of more rest. You never let yourself rest. Where's your lazy person? It's in the shadow. It really seems like it's a little bit press of time here. You really need to start to face things with yourself before you destroy things in your life that you actually want or need. But with the Temperance card, it's the second card for love. We also have strength and lust here, so it's a lot of passion. So it's like you feel a lot of love and passion for a certain situation, and you are made of love and passion. It doesn't come from nowhere, just attacking you. It's inside of you all the time. It's just that you need to mirror yourself in the right person, and it will wake up, and you will have those emotions of feeling in love and everything. And they are always there, and what you see is like a beautiful part of yourself that you love, and it might be even your shadow. If you are a very quiet person, you might like fall in love with a very outgoing person, and so you love that person. Why can't you love that part of you? And eventually what you once fell in love with one person will be what's the problem with them eventually, because again, you need to integrate your shadow, and when you haven't been doing this, you will be irritated with people showing this shadow to you. Okay, so next card, it's the Hierophant. So it's the little bit same situation like here with the 10 of Discs. It's like you're addicted to a situation, or you want something out of a certain situation, but it's almost like it's had the upper hand on you. This woman has the upper hand. We can see on this children. If it's children, it might be grown-up people. Like it's showing an image of how addicted we are to our place of work, to the society, to our families, and this. It's beautiful in one way, but it might be very it has this quality of wanting us in a certain way, like putting us in a certain shape. Like you can get love from this situation, you can get money from your workplace if you are behaving in a certain way, and you can get love from your family if you are behaving in a certain way, and you will be well adjusted to the society if you behave in a certain kind of way. So it's almost like being it comes with terms. And we see here that this situation, 10 of disc, it also comes with terms. It's a burden to you in one way, and it's give you something in another way. So you really need to see if this is really what you want. Maybe when we have a certain kind of culture or some certain kind of family situation or whatever, it doesn't have to say that this is the only way that there is to be a family, or the only way that there is to gain money, or the only way that there is to have a culture. That's a diversity of things. So maybe the things that's uniquely for you is going to start like a new trend with something, a new kind of culture, new kind of society, new kind of family thing. So we shouldn't, our shadow can be full of things that can be hurtful for others as well. We shouldn't leave things in other people's way, but in other cases, very, you really need to, even if there's terrors down there, your shadow might be like having deep traumas or want to traumatize other people. You still need to see that shadow and say, okay, this is who I am. I want to destroy this. I want to like, I want to take this beautiful thing and make it like not beautiful anymore. So see that too, and go even deeper and find out why. Ask yourself, okay, so this is what I find here, why? And the question will be answered either through dreams, or you will see it on television, or someone will just say it to you, or it will come in your mailbox. You always get answers when you ask questions, and then you will find out, and then you will know how to start dealing with that thing within you, and to make it feel welcome, and maybe it's want to tell you something of it might tell you something of the anger that you have built up with storing everything in your shadow. So okay, this is your future. And here we have a 2 of Cups. So it seems like this, what you're about to sacrifice or risk or don't want anymore, or it doesn't want you anymore, it's a love relationship. And it seems like it might in some way survive. Like the emotions will survive anyway. And you have the Temperance here. That's love. Like when your demons play so well together, and this is what you think is your demon. The Knight of Wands is actually carrying like your soul's mark. You're Flash here. You are the Flash. So communication is always good. To communicate yourself. You can't always get what you want, but you can at least tell people what you want, and then it's up to them if they want to give it to you or not. So you can ask, can you please love me? It's allowed to do this. And this is the shadow and the white again, but it's red and white instead. So the redness is your passion, and the whiteness is your coolness. If everyone was cool all the time, no one would run to someone's doorstep and hit the doorbell and come with flowers. They would just be cool and detached, and nothing would ever happen, and we would all die alone. So we need this crazy entity that's a little bit more passionate and doing things in a way that's not seen as like normal. So don't be afraid of this energy, especially within love. You need to show your vulnerability. And even if the other person won't love you, if you have showed them exactly what you want, you have still done everything you could for this situation to save it or to fix it in some way. And there's some kind of attraction here with both those cards here. So even if it's like you're not fitting into this situation, and it's too much of, like you have to pay too much to be in it, it still bears gift to you with kind of the knowledge of what it is that you want and what it is that you need. So look at this, what it is that you're searching for so much. what it is that you want so much, craving so much. See what it is. What does it tell you about you? If you're craving like a certain love relationship, look at what this person represent. Do they represent like a lost situation, like a parent maybe that didn't love you enough? If this is a very aloof person that maybe tells you that, well, I can love you if you are acting like this and this and this. This might be the terms in which you were brought up. So it's have a message to you. It doesn't say that you are going to live forever happy with this person, but it has a crucial message to you about how to heal yourself. So you should always follow love, even if you can get hurt by the swords that's hidden underneath its wings. The next card here is the Ace of Discs upside down. So Ace of Discs, it's kind of a chance, and when it comes upside down, it's like no chance. And you have the Nine of Discs upside down as well. So it's like this old situation. You want to have a renewal. You want people to love you in the way that you are. But it might be that you have outgrown this situation, and you might have changed you into something that needs other circumstances. Maybe you are not that baby anymore that needs the thing that you needed before. Maybe it's time for new horizons. Maybe it's time for something totally different, or maybe the same. But so if you have outgrown this situation, it doesn't say that you don't need this situation. It's just maybe you need it elsewhere, in other circumstances, with other people. Okay, so you lost your work, or you feel that it's so boring you can't go there anymore. You still might want to work, but in some other department or in some other ways. Like you still want money, but maybe in some other way. And not in the way that cost you so much, that cost you that you need to shrink yourself and be someone that you're not. Okay. And the next card is Eight of Wands. So I think Eight of Wands is kind of when you have accepted that you are this flash. The flash is your child. This is your true nature, your true inner nature. So this is when you have accepted you and you're holding yourself high up in honor. The child still sleeps, so it's still a lot of things that you don't know about it, but you are about to explore this energy with you and see where it will take you. New horizons. If you have you feel like you have the ability to change or step inside a new role or take more responsibility or seek new adventures or new horizons, do it. Even if you get no, a lot of doors shut, some door will open, and here you are. And I think that you are looking for the right kind of circumstance where you will fit in. And I think you rather need to find out who you are, and the things that you fit in the situation that you fit into, they will kind of be drawn to you. It's like with the law of attraction, what's in your head will be in your life. When you start to love yourself and align with yourself and understand more about yourself, the things that fits you, the situation that fits you, will be drawn in. So I don't think you have to worry so much about fitting in or being worth loving. I think you need to find out who you are, and that will automatically make you worth loving, because if you are your natural self, your true self, truth, this is truth, communication, clearing out misunderstandings, being very connected to your own strength, and being not afraid to show who you are anymore. This is Major Arcana 8 of Fire, you can say, and this is Minor Arcana 8 of Fire. Just accepting yourself, and this is going to free you, and free a lot of energy that has been stored in darkness, like a lot of creativity, a lot of your talents, a lot of your personality skills. Maybe you have gone around your whole life thinking that you're a boring person that can't entertain a group, and what you will find down here is someone that's like stand-up comedian, and you have just let it kept its mouth shut all this time because you wanted to fit in, instead of being naturally you. but it seems like an old situation here. It's though both those cards come upside down, and we have a 2 of Cups here. I think it's time for you to find new hunting grounds, to find new places that can be attractive for you. It's a big pull here. So you wanted this situation, but I think there's something new coming for you, something that will come instead of this thing that you have kind of outgrown a little bit. So, okay. I will take a card from the Oracle of Visions to see if we can see a little bit more what's going on for my dear Pisces. I guess that card. Okay, so you might be waiting for a message of some sort, and being like a little bit sad that it's like you feel like you weren't honored enough, or didn't get the attention that you wanted, or you didn't get the love that you feel that you deserved in some way. But you see that this girl, she's dressed for mourning, but she still has like holding like love and communication rather high, and she's moving with the moving birds. So I think this is like you moving, like mourning the past that has been, that needs to be sacrificed. It's not for you anymore, but moving like with hope into the future, even if the sacrifice might have been great enough for you to have a bit of sorrow for a while. It's not going to leave like directly. I see this with the upside down Ace of Cups. It's like something being stillborn, or like a beautiful chance that you saw that weren't coming to life, or something that you wanted, like a paradise garden. The door is closed. It's like no one answering your letters. It's a little bit sad here, but it's something new awaits you, something better, where you can really like this situation, they won't know you how you were before. They will just know the new you, the real you. So it might be a freedom to that as well, to step into a new situation, not having to deal with all the old stuff that suffocate you in some way. So future here for my dear Pisces. This was from Druid Craft Tarot, and we have the Lovers. And well, I'm unsure if it came. We say it comes like this, the Lovers. I don't do reversal in my decks usually, but here when I shuffle these cards, I use the same method, and cards just fly, and they will end up like straight or upside down. So I read them as they come. I don't change them. So for some of you, I think it will be a love relationship that's not manifested. And for others, that's brave enough to stretch out for something like new. It doesn't have to be really a new love, but a new way of loving. The old way didn't work. Like, try to become more natural, and let also your partner, or this thing that wants to present itself to you, like accept it to be the thing that it is. Don't try to change or make it into something that you want. Try to excavate what it is first before you start to taint with it. So it's some kind of face there with water coming out of its mouth. Interesting. Okay, so Pisces, you might be longing for a past love, but I think it would be better for you if you turn towards the future and find a situation that's fitting who you are right now, not who you were 10 years ago or so. Okay, so I hope this helped, and thank you for watching. And also, if you want a personal reading with me, you can contact me at my email in the description box below the video. And yes, I would like you to come back as well to see my beginning of the month reading in October, for 1st of October. That will be with 15 cards, not 9. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.